Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, sorry. We've been making a lot of sit down videos for a little bit too long, so I've forgotten and I haven't cooked for a little bit, so I'm a little rusty. Let's start over. 1, 2, 3. Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. And today you guys get to actually see my kitchen. It's not really big, but it fits me and it's perfect. So yeah. Anyway, so today we are going to be making meat pie dough. We're not making the meat pie, we're just making the dough. I already have a recipe on my channel, show you guys how I make my meat pie, and some people was asking me about the dough. So today I'm going to show you guys how I make my own dough, because I just recently started that because for some reason I can't seem to find meat pie dough or the already made doughs in the stores anymore. So you know, I have to go on YouTube, research, and this is the recipe that I found and that's been working good for me these days. So I'm going to share it with you guys, and yeah, hopefully this video helps you. Leave comments down below if I did a good job, because I don't really like to do this face-to-face recording thing. Is kind of weird for me. I like to record my videos and then go off later on, edit and add my little voiceover. But anyways, sometimes when I'm recording, I try to add some tips while I'm recording. I have like tips that I want to let you guys know, but then when I'm actually editing, I forget. So let me see how it goes today, and maybe this is how you guys are going to get your videos from now on. But anyways, let's start off by washing our counters, because this is my recipe book. I have all my recipes in here, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking back and forth from this just to make sure it's not a really complicated video. That's why this is my first video, because I know I got this part down, so I know this is something I cannot mess up. But anyways, this shouldn't be a really long video, but yeah, I just still got my book here just in case to look back on it. And yeah, anyways, let's start off by washing our workspace, because we're going to be working a lot on here. So and my son is in the background, so you always want to start off with clean surface, you know? Where's my clean towel? Somewhere clean. So today, we are not using the stove. It's only going to be cold food, and then we're going to freeze it later. This is for tomorrow. But anyway, so now I'm just going to gather up my recipes, my ingredients. You see, this is why I don't let doing it in there. This talking, I can chop too much. So I let you know. But y'all come here, all the difference happened today. But anyways, let me go grab my ingredients. We need flour, sugar, butter. So this is my 1 cup. Okay. Let me see. Let me just make sure. I don't want to give you guys the wrong recipe. We're going to need 4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon sugar. That's what I was, salt and sugar. 12 tablespoons butter, which is the stick. We're going to use like 1 whole stick and then half of the stick. That's 12 tablespoons. Well, that's how much I use. And we're going to need this to be cold, so I'm going to, yeah, it was already cold. And then 1 cup of water. And then I also recommend you having water on the side, because sometimes you might need to sprinkle some water, because everybody don't have the same hand when it comes to using these cups. Everybody don't know how to really measure, so you might put a little bit more flour or maybe less flour, but always keep water on the side for just in case your flour gets too dry. So we're going to need, what is that? 4 cups of flour. So this is my flour. Let me show you guys first. cut, and then slide. This is supposed to be 1 cup. So we're gonna use 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, so this whole butter is 8 tablespoons. So then we're just going to add 4 tablespoons from this one. So you count. So if you can see, I feel like it's upside down. It's not upside down. So if you can see, it says 8 tablespoons, and then we're going to cut 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. So right here, this much. So we're just gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4 tablespoons. So it's gonna be 12, and then you could just cut it into little pieces. This is only so it could just mix well. So this is our butter. Make sure your hands are clean because we're about to use our hands from this moment on. You're supposed to add them a little at a time, but you know, when you do something too many times, you just feel like you don't need to go by the book anymore. But anyway, so we're gonna mix this. Who's texting me? I actually like this part because I like playing with flour. I like anything that requires me to work with my hand actually in the food. I love it. I just love it. I don't know. I like the feeling of the food like in my fingers. Like look, this feels so soft. Like the flour is so soft. The butter, as the butter is like breaking up, you can actually feel it. So yeah, I like that. It's really nice. It feels good. And then you can like feel the difference. You can feel the difference from the flour, the texture of the flour as the butter is like mixing with it. Is getting like a little tough. It's not as soft as when you first started it. So yeah, I just like it. I don't weird, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're getting there. As the butter is mixing with it, it's not, I don't know if the butter is melting, but you can see the butter is mixing well. Yep. And you can also see it changing colors. First, it was really, really white because, you know, flour is white. And then once the butter is mixed in there, it turns into like a creamy color. Like a cream type of color. So this is what you are looking for. Is not, it look like, what does it look like? It look like when the milk is getting raw. I don't know what other compares something. I don't know what else to compare it with, but this is what it looked like. It's just look like, I don't know if you guys ever make I don't know if you guys ever made shortbread and how it looked before you put the milk in it or whatever. That's what you're supposed to get. Look, I've been whistling it. So that is it. Make sure you mix that butter well. So I'm going to make my little well again. Take my 1 cup. My little sister's calling me. Take my 1 cup. Make sure your water is cold. You can use tap water, whatever kind of water you want to use. It's up to you. My 1/4 cup also next to me, just in case this water is not enough. I can add this one also. So this is for extra, just in case. So I'm going to add my 1 cup of water. And then first I'm going to use a spoon because, you know, it's extra wet still. Oh my goodness. No, sir. Is this what you're supposed to be eating? It's not food. Once all the water has been soaked up a little bit, you can use your hand. And then he found another one. Come and push me around with a remote. If I lie, I can't cut my throat. Eh. They say you are tapoli. They say you hopo Joe. But I want to. So you're going to play with this a lot. A whole lot. So you can see that even though you could continue like this, but you could continue like this, but if you do leave it this dry, it might be a little bit too strong, or you're just gonna be there for a little while because you have to make sure everything comes together. Right now they're still breaking apart, so we are going to add the 1/4 cup of water. You can add it small, just small. You can add it little by little if you want to, but I know that's how much I'll actually need, so I'm just going to throw it in there. And as you can see, that little water made a whole lot of difference because it's starting to stick together. So you keep doing it. I don't know if you ever made fufu before, you know how when you're done making the fufu, to mold it, you take it from the side, you bring it inside, you take it from the side, you bring it inside, you take it from the side, you bring it inside, you take it from the side, you bring it inside. That's the same technique I'm using for this. I'm literally like taking it from the side, bringing it inside, and then I'm pushing it in, take it from the side, bring it inside, and pushing it in like that. That is the motion you want to keep on going with, and that just mix it. Once it becomes like a 1 knot, because you see the pan is completely dry, well, empty. Once it becomes 1 knot, make sure your counter is clean and you have a little bit of flour. I put my flour away, stupid idea. But I'm going to clean my counter a little bit, and then I'll put my flour. So once my counter is clear, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of oil. Oil. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour. You know what I'm talking about. Put my dough on here, and then you're going to knead it a little bit more until it's smooth. You don't have to get it too smooth. Just get it as smooth as possible. Gonna use all the flour. So once your dough is smooth like mine, jetted, 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 going to, you know, put it back in the bowl. I should put it back in. Well, not really, I lied. That is not what I do. So I'm going to use my pizza cutter. Can y'all believe it? I don't really eat pizza. I don't really make pizza, but I have a pizza cutter. The things that I spent my money on, I'm just joking. I got this for free from somewhere. My rental people gave this to me when we was moving in. So I'm gonna use my cutting. I think this is a bread cutter, so this is not even a pizza cutter. I don't know, but they give it to me, and I'm using it to cut my dough. So I'm going to section my dough. I'm just going to cut it into just regular pieces. You know, I found new thing to play with. Oh, my son. Whoa. No, sir. Please move from there. I like to actually taste my dough. It's good. That's it. This size is good enough. So if you didn't see what I just did, I just cut my dough into 3 small pieces so it's easier for me to manage it, well, to roll it. And now I'm going to use this little bowl. That's what I'm going to slice my stuff with. So it's going to be on the side right there. Put some flour right there. Make sure you put enough flour so your dough don't stick to the surface. Let's see, you know. First, I like to use my hand and press it down to give the roller, you know, to make it easier for the roller, and also to rub the flour in so it don't stick to the roller and the counter. Keep an eye on my son because he's doing all kinds of things. So you put some flour on your roller and then you just roll. This is where your preference enters the kitchen. I don't know why I want to say, but just know why I want to say. But anyways, so this is when you roll it and make it as thin as you want it. I don't really like my dough too thick, and I don't really like my dough too thin. So I'm just going to roll it to my preference. And y'all can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just rolling it, roll it, and roll. Then I'm going to put some flour here around the bowl. If you have like a cup or whatever you want to use, you can use that, but I like to use this works for me. Okay, let's do down here first, since this is where y'all can see. So then be careful with this part. You don't want, ooh, that always happens to me. The bowl always ends up falling. Why? I don't know. If you are making your meat pie at the moment, you could just put your meat pie on here. Well, make sure not too much flour on it. I'm putting a lot of flour on it because I'm going to be freezing it. So I'm going to be adding the other meat pies that I cut. I'm going to be adding them on top of it. So I don't want them to stick together. So that's why the flour is, I'm adding a lot of flour. But if you are about to use your meat pie, if you're about to use your dough right now at this moment, you will add your meat pie, you know, flip it and then make your meat pie. Use the spoon, whatever. But yeah, but I'm not using it right now, so I'm going to just pick it up. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to like put it to the side. So this is the side that I'm putting it on. So then I'm just going to continue and do as much as this dough can give me. This dough cannot give me another. I could have literally went somewhere else, but I decided to go here, and now there's extra space in there. But we move, so then pick it up fast. So this it is, this it is, this it is. I'm just gonna put it down here so you guys can see. So this is the dough, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put that right on top of it. I actually made the mistake of not adding enough flour on the top one time, and yeah, my dough was not doughing. Everything was like stuck together. Once I defrosted it, everything was just stuck together, and it was not pretty. I had to literally make a fresh batch of dough that day. So don't be like me. So I'm just going to save this because I don't think this is enough for me to make another roll. So I'm going to save this for the other leftovers that I will have. So put more flour on the ground. Use your hand, you know. Pat, 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 flip, collect enough flour. Pat, pat, pat. Flip. May not make too much noise because my son's gonna excuse me. My son is gonna think I'm here playing and wanna come join me. So patting the dough, just like so. Add a little bit more flour. Add a little bit more flour to your roller. And then you're going to start rolling. Hunger striking. Hunger is striking, my baby. Okay. And then I'm not going to try to say I'm going to get 2 out of this. So I'm not here. Nope. So I'm just going to go straight in the middle. And if you do want more dough, just double my ingredients, my recipe. It's not really mine. I actually copied this off of somebody on YouTube. But because I don't really know her anymore. I don't really know the channel that I copied. I actually watched a couple of videos before actually like, and I tried so many different recipes before actually finding one that stuck with me. Let's just see if we could get like 1 out of this, but let's play with it a little bit. Play with it. Don't 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 play with it. That's my own remix. That's I'm remixing people's recipe there. So let's knead this a little bit more until everything comes together. Okay, so far I have 4 doughs. 4 doughs right here. And then I have 1 more dough. And then I also have these left. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back. Okay, how much dough do you have? How, like, extra dough for next year? So put it in the short piece. If you want, you have to like cut your dough into pieces. I think you just start rolling the big old dough if you want to. It's your preference. And this is also the reason why you have to actually hurry up when you're doing this, because you know it is still dough and it's still flour or whatever. They shrink the more they sit on the counter. So I don't know if you noticed it, but I wasted so much time that the other doughs were like shrinking, and then this one was like extra long, I mean extra big. So yeah, keep that in mind, that they will start shrinking a little bit when you're just letting them sit there. But let me hurry up so I can freeze them before they shrink to the point where I have to do extra rolling when I'm using them. So then once you're done with this, you'll just wrap it in, like, I put mine in Ziploc bags, but you're just going to, yeah, put them in Ziploc bags and just throw them in the freezer. I don't really do anything else to it. Just put them in the freezer until I'm ready for it. And I don't usually keep it more than a month. When I know that I'm about to do something, like, let's say next week I'm about to make meat pie, or next month or tomorrow, this is when I will like do my prepping and stuff. So I don't really know how long you can keep these in the freezer for, because I've never really passed a month, I should say. So if you experimented and you went more than a month, let me know how it came out still. But I don't really know how long. And when I do take it out after a month, it's still good. Once I let it defrost and stuff, I just peel it off, put my meat, and I go by my business. This just helps speed up the process. Because, you know, imagine you have to make meat pie and then you have to do all of this, plus make the meat and all that. Those were the days when you did not know about this idea. Well, I never really used to make my own dough. I used to buy it. I mean, not even buy. There was no days that I used to just make me. I mean, there was a couple of days when I used to make my own dough. But I actually couldn't find it anymore. That's what really encouraged me to look and see how I can make it myself. But yeah. You know how it's like when you don't have a car, and then you keep asking people for a ride, and then it comes a time when people are just sick of you, so they stop giving you rides, so that it encourages you to go get your own car. Well, that's what this is. I had a Walmart next to me that always had the dough. I don't know what it's called. It was like a Goya brand. They always had dough. Every time I go there, they have dough. And then I moved, and then I'm going to the Walmart now next to me, and I can't seem to find the dough. So now that encouraged me to go make my own dough. So here I am now, 2 years later. Well, more than 2 years actually. This one was a little too thick, if you ask me. If you ask me, that one was a little too fair. Whoop! I come and drop it. I come and Friday line. But look at it. My son has found where I kept my camera. So yeah, if you want, you could keep going, but I'm done. Let me just do the rest of these and then I'll be back. So I am back. So 1, 2. Let's see how many dough I made. I made 1, 2. This is what I'm talking about. These ones shrunk, and then these are the fresh ones. 2, 3, 4, 5. We made 6 dough. So here they are, 6 meat pie dough. I'm trying to make my thumbnail. Okay, so now look at them slide. You better go by over there. You sliding for you want post so you pick the camera too. Okay, so now we're gonna get Ziploc bags. If you want for easy storage, you could put like what that paper called? That cooking paper, I forgot the name of it right now. You could put that cooking paper, you cut into like little pieces and you put them at the bottom in between all of them. Yeah. I do that sometimes. I don't do that. I mean, not a lot. I should do that sometimes. But yeah, I think that would be a really good way of storage in it. But yeah, this is it. Put it in the Ziploc bag. Be very careful because they are still a little soft, and take out all your air. They're still a little soft and they can still mess up at this point. So be very, very careful with how you handle them. So these is it. So now I'm going to freeze it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know and I will make... I'm a little nervous. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know and I will make more videos like this. Sit down and talk to you guys face to face. Okay. Peace out. Let me clean up and I actually still have more to roll, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Also, one thing I forgot to add is when you're putting it in the fridge, make sure you're putting it laying it flat. Let it freeze while it's like flat. Don't put it in like a position where it's folding or it's like bent, whatever, in like different position. Let it just be flat. Once it's frozen flat and you take it out, it's easier for you to work with. But if it's folded and stuff like that, when it defrosts, you still have to roll it, and then I don't know, it just keep that shape. But yeah, that's what I forgot to tell you. When you put it in the fridge, let it be laying down flat. Okay? Oh yeah, my son is doing something he's not supposed to be doing, so I'll talk to you guys later. No, that.